We're an organization that has significant retail exposure across Western Canada, over 5 million square feet. And so COVID-19 essentially shut our business down for several months. Um, and on the office front, certainly that was a very significant impact in terms of tenants making the choice, having to have the choice to work from home. Um, Obviously, it's been a very significant impact on our revenue. The government programs, rent relief programs for tenants, have really been a game changer in keeping tenants afloat and certainly supporting our efforts to work with our tenants. At the end of the day, we're hoping that most of them survive, but the reality is a number of them won't. And so we're having to take stock and identify how we will consider backfilling, how we will renegotiate debt on some of those properties. On the office side, we have we have been encouraging and supporting a return to work strategy for our tenants. We've implemented massive cleaning protocols, air filtration programs, rethinking how we lay out common area spaces and deliver amenities to tenants in ways that make them feel safe. And we're getting, I would say in Western Canada, we're getting good response. We are finding that that tenants are wanting to come back to work on the office side. In terms of new leasing, pretty much everything's on hold. We had a number of deals in the boilerplate. Most tenants are just taking a breather and determining what does this new paradigm in our work environment mean to how we approach our space. And so we're working with our tenants and we're helping them strategize moving forward. Some people say it will mean that half of the workforce will work from home. Other people say most tenants realize that productivity and collaboration is critical to their operations, and so they will be looking for more space. We obviously hope they're looking for more space. But at the end of the day, COVID has changed everyone's world forever, I believe. Even when a vaccine is found, that will take time, and people will not forget that it can happen again. So at this point in time, we are keeping our head above board, and we're hoping for the best moving forward with our tenants.
We continue to be very busy. Everybody's in their office. You can get a hold of anybody. If they're not in their office, they have it forwarded to a place where you can reach them. So we've never been able to spend a summer speaking to more people than we have this summer. That's for sure. We're busier than we thought we'd be. The best-in-class operators are taking that opportunity to enhance their portfolio by securing A locations that kept previously inferior operators afloat. We recently acquired a 45,000-foot neighborhood shopping center on Portage Avenue with outstanding anchor tenants, Dollarama, credit unions, medical. We are going to be repositioning with a new facade and a new look to take advantage and to help our tenants increase their sales. It's also shadow anchored by a supermarket, so that doesn't hurt. The first building at our Plessis Business Park, which is a 300,000-foot industrial development, was completed just a few months ago. Our first tenant is now operational. We get high levels of interest because of the state-of-the-art measurement of low ground coverage, 28 clear ceilings, etc. And Manitoba has a lot of older generation industrial. So we're seeing a lot of growth taking place, the majority of the growth in the Northwest. And we're excited to bring a similar product to that which we've been leasing in the Northwest to East Winnipeg. We recently broke ground on the first phase of Taylor Lee residences. Phase one, the Taylor Claire, is 124 units, another 124 units to follow a few months later. We're really pleased to see that although this is geared to the 55 plus crowd, 70 people on a waiting list already, 10 suites reserved, despite occupancy being 2 years away. We're also hopeful that will prevail at the municipal board to allow a fantastic multi-res experience at the Polo Park Shopping Center, along with our partners at CF. We see that as a game changer to Winnipeg, so that it's the same as every other market. We get the density, we change it to mixed use, and we think it'll be really successful.
This pandemic has no question been difficult for everybody. At Private Pension Partners, we were fortunate as an essential business to stay at work and powered through some corporate planning, and it gave us an opportunity. I think we all expected this to be over, if you will, or back to normal sooner than we had thought, or at least maybe I did. But unfortunately, it's not. COVID is going to impact people's ability to earn a living. COVID is going to impact people's jobs. And I think at the end of the day, the debt that is being taken on is going to change things like lending patterns. I think it is going to change people's savings patterns. So this disease is going to create long-standing costs to our country. Close to $400 billion of deficit this year alone. I think that there needs to be more thought and consideration as to how this gets paid for, but likely everybody's taxes are going up. So this will shape the real estate business, and it will shape the way people live, it will reshape the way people work. I don't think it's, again, ever going to be as bad or as good as people are expecting. There's obviously lots of discussion on it, social media and business groups, so on and so forth. But I do think that we are going to see some fundamental changes. Technology has changed everything. Even being on this call with you right now, you understand, and we all understand, that there's maybe a more efficient way to work at times. So as much as we need to power through this pandemic and get it resolved, I really do remain optimistic that if you're entrepreneurial, if you're creative, if you're smart, you'll redefine your business, you'll learn how to adjust, create other revenue sources. And for the most part, in real estate, what that's going to mean is probably a lot of thought and consideration of design and use of real estate. And the architects, the designers, they're on it, they're thinking about it. We'll see which ones come to fruition, which ones don't. But I do think downtowns will come back. I do think we'll be alive and well. We are social beings. Humans like to interact. We certainly like to interact at our company. The office is a fun place to be, and it will become a fun place to be once again. So just need to get through it, get back to work, and we need to flatten those barbells out where some are doing well, some are not doing well. We got to start finding that more homogeneous middle where everybody's doing reasonably well. And that, to me, is what the definition of normal will look like again.